Okay, happy Saturday. If someone's catching this recording every single Saturday through the end of 2020, we meet at 7 for a live workout. Anyone is welcome to join us. And then at 8, we just do a little coffee chat about coaching because it's something I feel it's a very ambiguous job. And I want to do my part to share what it actually is because I had zero idea when I first stumbled into it. So first, I wanted to share just a little bit about my story and highlight how long I've been doing this and why I got started. So my official sign-up date was March 3rd, 2016. I was in a place where I just had my first baby. I am on my third now. I think she finally passed out. Yes. I had just had my first son, and my pregnancy, I did CrossFit through my pregnancy, was very healthy. And towards the end, unfortunately, had some preterm labor complications and I had to be on bed rest. I was working as a full-time nurse out of prison, and a lot of overtime. We were always short-staffed. Also, I think my family's about to run in the door, so apologies for background noise. I was working 40 to 60 hours a week before I went on bed rest. I was in excruciating back pain, and it was to the point where I couldn't sit up by myself. I had to roll to my side. My husband literally had to lift me up. And I thought that after I had the baby that pain would go away, but it didn't. And I couldn't hold him. I couldn't put him in his crib. And I finally went to a chiropractor, one that I trust very much. We did x-rays and found that I had a moderate to severe degenerative disc in my low back that I didn't know about. I was 29 at the time. And for anyone who knows me, I'm extremely stubborn. And so for someone to tell me I was degenerating at 29, I basically said, no, I don't degenerate. You don't understand. And when I said, okay, so what can I do to help this, to fix this, they basically said, sorry, there's not much you can do. You can't regenerate a disc. And I said, watch me. I'm going to figure this out because I can't live my whole life in severe pain. And so literally, I feel like it was the next day, I stumbled across this random chick's before and after pictures after she had her first son, and she had had injuries prior as well. We were the same age. I think she's a little bit younger than me by a few months. And she had an incredible transformation after having her kid with these Beachbody home workouts. Now, I'd heard of Beachbody before. I had actually done their 21-day Ultimate Reset Cleanse years prior and got insane results. I lost 24 inches all over my body in 21 days. And I'll never forget that because I remember someone saying, like, you lost 2 feet. How did you lose 2 feet in 21 days? Like, dude, I don't even know. I had tried Shakeology before. I had done P90X at the gym. I stole the book from someone that had like the P90X exercises. This is when I was living in Spain. And I would go to the gym and I was lifting heavier weights than all of the dudes in Spain because Europe doesn't work out. And I got great results. And so I had done Beachbody workouts and I liked them. I just never really did anything with them. In my head, I thought I would get better results going to CrossFit or going to a gym and spending hours. But then when I had kids and I was working full time, I realized I can't go to CrossFit anymore. It wasn't, nor did I want to, because at the time away from my family, my husband's in law enforcement and he was on call because of his job 24/7. So we wouldn't see each other. And so I needed to find a way I could do it from home. And that's what this chick's results was, from a 22-minute program from home. And so I reached out to her and I told her, hey, I want to do this program. I know how this works. I want the coach membership for the discount only. I have zero time to do this. I work full-time in a prison. I have a newborn at home. So I don't have any interest in the actual coaching part, but I just want the discount because right? And so she reached out to me and said, hi, nice to meet you too. Because mind you, we were total strangers to each other. She was in Boston. I was from Sonora, California. And she got me set up and she sent me a little Word document and said, hey, I know you want nothing to do with coaching. That's totally fine. But if you have some family members or friends who want to do this program with you and join our challenge group, since you have a coach membership, you can just sign them up with you as their coach. Here's how to do it. And so instantly, like a trigger went off in my brain. I was like, duh, like, why wouldn't people want to do this? I hadn't gotten, this was literally the day after I signed up. I hadn't gotten anything in the mail. I hadn't tried anything, experienced it for myself, but I saw her results and I said, well, of course people would want to do this. Of course my best friends and my family members would want to do this. It's so easy, and it's actually really inexpensive for what you get. Mind you, I was doing CrossFit before and had a gym membership and all that. And so I reached out to my mom, my best friend, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and I was like, hey, check out this chick's results. I sent them her picture, and I said, I'm going to do this because I want to get in shape after having a baby. You should totally do this with me. It'd be fun to do together for accountability. And so all of them, of course, was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do it with you. That would be fun. So I said, okay, give me your credit card information, your social security number, and your address, and all of your personal details. I'm just going to sign you up for you. And they did. I don't know why they did, but they did. That's kind of how we did it, I guess, in the past. So when I started, I got my first, like in 4 days, I signed up 4 people before I got anything in the mail. And I started, like a light bulb went off that I have this deep rooted passion to help people feel better and to live their best lives. I was working in a job where I enjoyed like the investigative side. I was kind of like an undercover squad nurse where I would help the investigators meet with inmates undercover. Like that part I really liked. But as far as the fulfillment part of my job, was I actually doing what I knew deep down I was created to do to help people live healthier, better lives? I didn't get that. And as more time went on, I was miserable because I knew I was underperforming my potential and who God created me to be. But I was working, like I got paid $100,000 a year. So that was kind of the sacrifice I was making. And so when I recognized that I was made to help people and my story has driven me to help prevent preventable suffering in other people, that was deep rooted from when I was 11. Most of you on here know, I was hit by a drunk driver when I was 11 and in a coma for a week. My dad ended up dying from medical malpractice issues, and that has really been like how my personality reacted to that. And I honestly, only through God's grace and the perspective that he gave me, was he wants to use me to help prevent preventable suffering, because my life was shattered at a young age from 2 preventable things: someone getting behind the wheel under the influence and someone making a negligent decision in the medical field. Both preventable, both shouldn't have happened, but they did. And I look at our oh my gosh, my dog just knocked over a heater. 1 second. Watch out, Liberty. We look at our health statistics in America alone and look at the people who are suffering from obesity, from lifestyle diseases and diabetes that's caused by poor nutritional habits, depression and anxiety, which absolutely is a chemical imbalance, but also could be influenced by healthier lifestyle decisions. Cancer, research has shown, I think it's up to 80% of cancers could be prevented by healthier nutrition and exercise and healthier habits. That's something we can do something about. And look at people's lives that are ending too soon. Parents, sisters, brothers, sons that are being taken away from their families because people just don't know anymore and don't have the resources of how to be healthier. And I saw this as an incredible platform to do what I knew I was created to do. I just never could find it. And so I worked full-time still with a baby at home and was like, you know what, I'm going to try this thing on the side, because what if in my dream life I could work from home with my kids? I need to work. That's my personality. I need to do something to contribute to my family and for myself, to feel like I'm, living my purpose. But I don't want to miss a soccer game. I don't want to worry about calling in sick because my kids are sick and have the wrath of my supervisors, which that was my situation. I didn't want to miss anything. And now, because of coaching, I don't have to anymore. And I'm very, very thankful for that. So that was kind of why I started, and why I show up now is very similar. We just, as we talked about before, we just moved our entire family from California to North Idaho and why? Because this is where we want to raise our family. the morals and values in the schools and families, this is where we decided we wanted to move. And we never could have made this move if it wasn't for our coaching business. It's 100% what's supporting us financially right now. And I am forever thankful that we could move anywhere we want as long as there's internet and my job doesn't change. My paycheck doesn't change because all the people that I'm able to help are all online, which is very convenient for the COVID nightmare of a world that we're living in, right? Because everyone's stuck at home. There is no financial cap. So basically, when you learn how to build this business correctly, you can have an insane amount of residual income. And it's not the trade of hours for dollars. It is you build residual income to where I could take a month off and I still will get a substantial paycheck. That is really powerful. We paid off all of our loans, my student loans, my husband's student loans. He went back to school to get his bachelor's degree. Our car loans, credit card, like we are completely debt free now. Like I mentioned to you before, I still show up because I know I was created to help people end preventable suffering, and I want to show them how. And I have a platform to do that now. And our growth community. It is very rare in today's day and age to have a community of people that are committed to growth with you, that we don't know how we're going to do it. We all still struggle. We all still have very real hardships, but we're still committed to growing through them together and supporting each other through that. One of the best things about this job is that because of my job, I have to be committed to uncovering the best version of myself. I have to show up in my workouts. I have to eat healthy. If I really want to be authentic in what I'm promoting, right? I have to encourage other people. I have to be committed to like the motivational video that we were listening to before we started this. I listen to things like that every single morning when I'm working out. And that's why I'm so pumped up afterwards. I'm like, yes, pain is temporary. Like, I'm super annoyingly positive, but that's part of my job. And then as far as business goals, this will probably mean nothing to you, but we are building a 15-star organization. And why that's important to me is because this business, in order to be really good at it, you have to be willing to serve and help other people build their goals and their health and their finances and their freedoms. And that's one of the things that I love about this. And so we are committed to building a 15-star organization, mentoring other women towards living their best lives. And once we do that, we're all going to Hawaii. That's something that I just decided a month or so ago, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so what does a coach do? Here's very plain and simple. The 4 vital behaviors of a successful coach. You can make this super complicated, and it should be very simple. Number 1, we commit to our own journeys. We're proof that what we're doing works. Because if you do what we represent, if you follow the fitness programs, if you follow the nutrition programs, if you're drinking your Shakeology, if you're plugged in, you're always committed to growing your mindset and growing as an individual, and you lean into our community, you will see results. It is not a question. You absolutely will. 100%. I promise you, if you do it. And so what happens when you get an incredible massage, or you eat at an incredible restaurant, or I don't know, you take a supplement that makes you feel a lot better? What happens in your life when you experience something that is a benefit to you? Most people want to share it. Oh my gosh, this helped me so much. You have to go to this chiropractor. Oh my gosh, this massage therapist is incredible. Took away my back pain. You have to book an appointment with her. Oh my gosh, this dentist that I took my kids to was amazing. I highly recommend this dentist or this pediatrician or this movie or this whatever. Number 1, you have to be committed to your own journey, and the rest will follow. If you don't have this part, you'll be faking it. And on our team, we don't promote that. We want authentic people who really believe in what we're doing and have a passion to help others. Number 2, you make friends with people. Now, social media is a very helpful tool to do that in today's day and age, especially. You do not have to do this through social media. I know some people who prefer in-person connections, but in order to be good at this business, you have to be okay making friends and connecting with other people. Naturally, when you're doing number 1, when you make friends with people, they ask you what you're doing. Oh my gosh, you look so amazing. How do you do this with kids at home? It comes out of your mouth. Oh yeah. So this is what I do. I like run this side gig, and I just started as a health and fitness, whatever you want to say, health and fitness coach or health and fitness mentor, advocate, or whatever. And I just started doing these workouts at home. I drink this shake every day that really helps me with my energy, my digestion. And I have this simple meal plan I follow. Actually, I'm putting together a group of like 5 women so we can be accountable to each other. Would you want to do this with us? That's like so simple, right? You're a genuine human who wants to help others. You're committed to your journey. You're making friends with people. And over time, they're going to see what you're doing and invite them to do it with you. Because if you believe that what we're doing is changing people's lives, why would you ever keep that to yourself? Number 3, we get people results, and that happens in our challenge groups. There are multiple ways that you can run them. We have an awesome platform called BOD Groups, which is an app that people can use to track their workouts, track their nutrition, track their results, track their Shakeology that they're drinking every day, or any of their performance supplements. You can get creative with this aspect. Some people run them on Facebook, although Facebook is censoring everything right now, and it's a super pain in the ass. So people's accounts are getting deleted, and it just really sucks. So BOD Groups is relatively new and still has a few glitches, but they're consistently working to make it better. I've also done, like, I personally run Zoom calls every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time for any new challengers or coaches who want to call in and just be accountable. Hey, this is how my week went. These are my goals for next week. These are my questions that I have, and we can kind of talk through that. I have a Marco Polo group on a Marco Polo app where I am not in there. They know, because I just set it up every month because I have like 100 missing, like 100 videos I've missed. But there's a solid group in Marco Polo where they love checking in. Like, I just did my workout. This is what my goal. These are my goals for the day. I'm really struggling, and they've created a really solid group of friends in there because you can see each other's faces. So whatever works for you, that's what you do as a coach. And we get people results just by providing accountability for them. As a coach, you're not saying that you know everything. You're just saying, here are the tools that I've learned about. Let me ask you about what your problem areas are, what your goals are, and then let me connect you with those. And you help your person get from here where they're starting to over here where they want to be with the tools that Beachbody gives us, which is amazing. And then fourthly, and probably most life-changingly, that's horrible grammar, but is we do personal development as coaches, and you have to. I came into this business and my coach told me this, and I heard it and I was like, psh, like, I am very much developed as a person. I don't need personal development. And also, is that some like new agey term for like the universe and stuff? No, it wasn't. Misconception number 1. This is where you grow your mind. Your mind is a muscle. And if you think about it, everything in your life, whether it's your struggle or how you see yourself as a victim or an overcomer or your confidence level, it's all here. Whether or not you show up for yourself and you see yourself as someone worthy of being successful, it's all here. If you do the habits that will get you to where you want to go, or you don't do the habits that will get you to where you want to go, it's all here. And so if you're not strengthening your mind every day, or at least consistently, you're not going to grow as a person. And it's really hard to lead other people when you're not committed to your own growth. Those are the 4 things. And it really is as simple as that. It's just a lot of times many people will make it more complicated. Okay, so really quickly on how we earn income. This can be a little bit more complex, and I have a training on YouTube if you want to learn more about the compensation plan. Our goal is to help you be profitable as soon as possible. But like with any business, a brick and mortar business, like with any business, it takes time to build up and requires that at least small amount of consistent effort over time. It is not a get rich quick scheme. So if you're looking for something like that, this is not for you. So the first end is called front end income, and you earn retail commission between 25 and 40% of what you recommend for people. You will get a website and you will get personalized links that you can send people. And if they're like, hey, I want to do what you're doing, I want to try the workouts, I want to try the Energize, I want to try the Shakeology, sign me up. This month we have an insane sale going on, biggest sale of the year. Sign me up for one of your challenge pack things. You will get 25 to 40% commission just by recommending it. That is front end income. It's a sales transaction. Now, Beachbody's compensation plan is heavy in back-end income, and I really appreciate that once I learned about it. So back-end income is residual income. That is the income that you earn over time of building a team. And that was very intimidating to me in the beginning, because I'm like, I just want to help people feel better. I don't know anything about this business thing. I'm not good with numbers. I don't want to be salesy. And I hear that all the time from people. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to force them to do this business thing. That's not what I'm about. And so if that is your hesitation, you are in good company, because the people who have that hesitation in the beginning usually are the most successful. It's understanding what it means to be a coach and what it means to build a team. Some people want the coach discount or the coach account just for the discount. That's why I started, right? But over time, you'll start to learn. It's like an affiliate program. Like, how many people send Amazon affiliate links or have an Amazon store and send people to that, and you just get a cut from Amazon because you're recommending things. That's how a lot of people start with Beachbody. With a coach account, you can send people an affiliate link and say, hey, who else wants to be healthy and fit during this super stressful time, and join my growth community? You get a commission from that. And over time, if you help your friends do that and say, hey, do you want to have an affiliate account with this health and fitness company? Then you earn a percentage of what they build, if that makes sense. So there's team cycle bonuses that you will get, that you can qualify for every week. There's also matching bonuses. So let's say that 3 of your best friends decide, you know what, we really want to earn an income from home too. This whole, they lost their jobs because of COVID, or they need extra money because of COVID, and they decide to be coaches. They decide to learn about this with you. Our team has training sources and training calls, which I'll tell you about. And they decide to join you, and you get them signed up. You can earn 5 to 10% of a matching bonus of what they make in their businesses, just because you sponsored them and you help them be successful. So there's multiple ways to earn an income. We also have quarterly profit sharing opportunities based on your rank. So once you hit what's called 2-star diamond, which again, these names I know are gibberish, but once you help 2 of your friends become diamond coaches, which means that basically they've just signed up 12 people all together, then you earn a percentage of what the entire network of Beachbody made in that quarter. And that is really incredible, because they range from $800 extra as a bonus up to $75,000 a quarter. That's crazy to me. I never knew something like that existed. So for perspective, my initial investment when I started was $160, and now I get paid, if I broke it down hourly, between $50 and $70 an hour, working part-time from home. Last year, and I only share these numbers for transparency of where I'm at in my journey, after completing my 3rd year as a coach in 2019, I earned just over $65,000 working part-time with my babies. So, and I'm very thankful for that. I have to say, just because this recording is going on YouTube, Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the coach opportunity. Each coach's income obviously depends on their own efforts, diligence, and skill. You can see their statement of coach earnings online if you want to. Okay, so here's some of our real team transformations. All these people are a part of our team, and I'm very proud of them. They all are coaches on our team and have various different backgrounds and things that they've overcome, and I'm so proud of them. And all of them started not thinking this would work for them. Every single one of them started thinking that this home workout, this is not going to work for me. I'm planning on returning it. I'm pretty sure that I personally heard each of them say that. This is so Felisa, just a really quick bio on some of them. Felisa is a U.S. Air Force veteran as well. She was a police officer and an Orange Theory fitness instructor. And look at that incredible transformation. She actually was a coach for, I think she started in 2010. and struggled with it for a long time. She decided to cancel, rejoined with our team, and has exploded. She was a diamond within 30 days. She's now, her and her spouse are building his account to diamond. She's hit high Success Club numbers since she started, I think in May, and is just absolutely killing it and is so fulfilled in what she's doing. This is Naomi. Naomi is a mama of 5 children. She started, and she's one that they were living off of just her husband's income, not much at all. And she was at a very, very low place after she had her 5th baby. And she basically reached out to me and said, I need to try this. She tells me now, I was fully intending on returning to Shakeology and getting my money back after the 30 days. And she lost 70 pounds. And I'm pretty sure that was within 9 months. She lost 70 pounds. Incredible. And her entire life and her mindset changed. And she shared with me how her daughters had told her, like, Mommy, please don't stop being a Beachbody coach because you're much happier, you know. And I love what she's told me this. I used to have a daily action where all the challengers had to look themselves in the mirror and say, I'm a badass 10 times. And she said that really shifted things for her, because then her daughter started doing it. And she said that she used to look in the mirror and she used to say, I hate you. She used to deeply hate herself. And because she became a coach, and she had to become a coach in order to afford this, and she built her organization to diamond as well, and she completely changed her confidence and everything. And she has shared that is now a better mom for her girls because of it. Sarah is our OG. She started with very similarly to when I started, and she was very silent. I actually signed her up under my husband's account because I didn't think she was going to do anything. And she disappeared for a while too. She started and then she stopped, and she was one as well. I did all the diets. She knew this wasn't going to work for her, and now she's a shining star in our team, and is just an incredible asset and an encouragement to all of us, an incredible leader, and she's seen incredible results as well. Celicia, check out her results. She actually started and quit and then started again with me, and she has seen incredible results. She's actually just announced she's pregnant with her 3rd baby. She has been through the ringer, and she has just fallen in love with this journey in our group. Megan is actually signed up under Naomi, and they are best friends. And Megan as well shares her journey about being super depressed and having nothing for herself as a mom. She felt like all she was there for was to show up for other people, and she was completely drained and was not taking care of herself. And she has seen incredible results, and I've just loved watching her blossom and her confidence and how she's showing up now for other people. And this is my best friend, Dee Dyer. Dee has always been naturally skinny. We went to college together. She's like the surfer chick who could eat nothing but candy and Twinkies and for some reason still had abs. And I'm like, and this is Dee's transformation after having her. I think this was after her first son before she got pregnant again, and holy moly, her results were insane. So if someone's skinny but still wanting to be healthier, they still have a place in this. Okay, time commitment. What does it take? Again, you can make this super complicated or super simple. This is our Success Club system tracker. So this is kind of like a business plan that Beachbody has created after years of research of how people are consistently successful every single month, adding at least 3 to 5 people to their team, to their business. This is what they do. And there's projected times on here. If you follow the projected times, it's actually over an hour. You don't have to do that. But this is just an easy way of, if you're like, I want to be successful in this, then I'll say, here's what you need to do. And it really comes down to your journey, those 4 vital behaviors. Being consistent with your journey, connecting with people, sharing with other people, and helping people get results. Do you see that those 4 vital behaviors are separated here? And these are just kind of like the actions. You do not need to do this 7 days a week, even though there's a 7-day-a-week tracker. You can do it 5 days a week. You can do it 3 days a week, but consistency really is key. Okay, so I wanted to add this in really quick. I'm almost done, because I just did a team call about why we're different and the modern day comparisons that are out there for people. We know that if you don't have your health, nothing else matters. If you don't have your health, money doesn't matter because you can't go out and enjoy it, right? If you don't have your health, you can't show up for your family. If you don't have your health, you can't enjoy any luxury items you have. You can't go on vacations or enjoy them. It really paralyzes you from living the fullness of who you were created to be and the gifts that you have to offer. So I'm not going to read all this, but I just wanted to show you what we have to offer as coaches is really powerful. We have 2 premium nutrition programs that we offer, that we have for ourselves, that we offer our clients, that were created by nutritionists and dietitians. This is why we don't have to have a background in health and fitness. The people who created it do. They're the ones with the doctorates and the masters and all of that. So this is just what we have to offer people. Now, if people were gonna go look for nutritionists or look for paid meal plans, I did the research. An average cost of a nutritionist is $60 to $90 for a 1-hour session, or their monthly packages usually cost between $190 and $540. We know that fad diets leave people, especially women, feeling defeated and broken. How many of you can resonate with that? Like, I tried the keto diet, I tried the vegan diet, I tried the extreme whatever it was, and I felt like a failure because I couldn't do it. It worked for other people because all you see is on social media, right? But I couldn't do it, and that messes with our head and makes us feel broken, and that is not the end goal. Paid meal plans, if you were to hire someone to create paid meal plans for you, it's $60 to $80 per week. And then if you were to do nothing and you're just gonna eat whatever you want, most likely in today's day and age, that's gonna lead to fatigue, weight gain, and you're not gonna progress in your health. What we have to offer includes nearly 30 training videos per program. You get lifetime access now. You have weekly meal plans given to you, recipes and shopping lists to make it easy, hundreds of recipes that fit all nutritional profiles, even if you want to be vegan or paleo or gluten-free or dairy-free. We have a filter on our recipe guides that will show you what you can eat, and it fits into the nutrition program. And then you have access to weekly nutrition tips and support from the creators themselves. You get recipe books, journals, and tools for success. All of this you have to provide to your clients, and you get it yourself, which is amazing. Number 2, when we look at fitness, we are bringing world-class trainers to your living room with hundreds of options. So this will fit anyone from the professional athlete down to someone who has severe knee and back injuries and cannot do any impact workouts. That's so powerful, right? The alternatives. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these things are not valuable, because they absolutely are. But just looking at the cost alternatives, a personal trainer, we were meeting with someone. The average cost is between 40 to 70 hours per hour session, with most paying about $55 per session. Granted, you're getting one-on-one time with a person and they're creating a program for you, but they're not going to be there after that 1 hour. They're not going to call and check in with you. They're not giving you things to do. Most likely, they're not giving you nutrition programs. At least they shouldn't be, but that's what you're paying for that 1 hour. A gym membership, the national average is $58 per month. And that's low from, like, in Sonora, I think our gym membership's over $100. And if you were just paying $58 per month, that equals $696 per year. That's a lot considering ours is $99, right? And again, I know that you're going to a place that has equipment, but still. Orange Theory is $159 per month for unlimited classes. And Felisa had reminded me when I shared this with her too, that you have to sign up for time slots. You can't just go in whenever you want. CrossFit averages about $150 per month, and usually it's the same. You have to go into a specific class. And then the other alternative is to do nothing. And we know exercise is critical for our health, for our mental and our physical health. And so not exercising, and I'm sure we all can relate, what can lead to poor health, fatigue, depression, and lifestyle disease. All right, coaching. Now, obviously, we don't have a coaching certification. I got one. I paid like $7,000 to get my holistic health coaching certification. But I will be the first to tell you, nobody cares. If you lead with confidence and you're like, hey, I have all these tools, nobody cares if you paid for a certificate or not. They just want to know that they're going to get results and that you can help them get them. So at the end of the day, when people have asked me, should I get my health coaching certification? You totally can, but people don't work with me just because of that. They work with me because I'm very confident I'm going to get them results. And I do that with Beachbody's tools. I don't do that with what I learned from my health coaching certification. So the benefit of coaching is that we know knowledge isn't power. It used to be said. You can know all the things and not do any of the things and not get any results. Action is power, and every person who orders a challenge pack gets a free coach. Honestly, anyone who orders anything from Beachbody gets assigned a free coach. So the alternatives to hire a health coach is between $100 and $200 per session. You're not getting anything other than their time and their recommendations in that appointment. Starting health coaches average about $60 per session. Then you can have no coach. And for a lot of people, that will look like no motivation, no accountability, no action, and further, no results. Everyone you work with gets all of these things, which is amazing. Oh, goodness. It's important that you know, too, when you're starting out, you don't know much of anything. And that's okay, because a coach isn't someone who claims to know everything. It's someone who's saying, together, we're going to come together and figure this out. I don't know anything yet, but I have a team to support me. And you're telling me that, these are your struggles and these are your goals. We're going to figure this out together. That's all that a coach is really saying. And lastly, this is the team part. You get to join us. So when you become a coach with our team, Health Patriot Nation, we collectively, and all the teams that we are building underneath us, we are a community that's dedicated to growth and impacting as many people as possible. That, in essence, is our mission statement. We are all from different backgrounds. We are all from different beliefs, all from different family dynamics, all of that, but we're very united in this. These are just a few bullet points I put together yesterday when I was thinking about our team and what we kind of represent and what we're about. And we really are that various different backgrounds in the community, united in the mission to live our best lives. And this part I think is really funny. Besides the two extroverts that are on this call right now, Brittany and Nikki, the only two extroverts I have ever attracted ever in 4.5 years, pretty much everyone's an introvert. Everyone has reached out to me and said, I'm shy and I'm a very private person. I'm an introvert and I don't know if this would work for me. Hundreds of people have literally told me that. So if that's you, that is totally okay, because the people who want to be a part of our team, they may be introverts, but deep down that they know that they have a passion to make a bigger impact beyond themselves, and they truly care about other people. And that's actually what makes them great. Don't get me wrong. Extroverts are more than welcome too. I am one myself. Okay, we're driven to help you succeed. We firmly believe that there's more than just, this is about more than just the scale. This is about your personal transformation inside and out. Your personal journey to being the best version of yourself, where if weight loss needs to occur, it is a byproduct. It is a side effect. It is not the number one focus. It is not what defines you as a person. When you join us, you'll be constantly reminded how capable you are. We refuse to be victims. That is something I preach over and over again. I am a big believer that to be a victim of your circumstance is a choice, and you can also choose to be an overcomer of it. Life is hard. We know that. Life gets tough. We get tougher. We figure it out. We shift our perspective. We choose how to react when life is hard. And then we show other people that if we can get through hard times, they can get through hard times. It's a huge part of our collective mission. We are figure-it-outers, and we're committed to living our best lives no matter what comes our way. And at the end of the day, we're just driven to share this growth lifestyle with as many people who want to learn. So I wanted to share with you a couple things specific to November. We have No Excuse November, Beachbody's biggest sale of the year. So if you're someone who's thought about coaching and you're like super hesitant, I completely understand. Most people are in the beginning, but this month is the best month to join as a coach for a couple of reasons. $20 off already discounted challenge packs and completion packs. It's a no-brainer to join us this month. It is so inexpensive. I don't know how Beachbody makes any money. Literally, you can get $140, a full year of Beachbody on demand, lifetime access to 2 nutrition programs, and your first month of Shakeology access to our team, access to our tracking app. You get a coach. It's ridiculous. $140. And then if people are like, you know what, I don't want to dive into the coaching thing yet, but I like the idea of the affiliate links or like just the referrals. There's a Fit Friend bonus is a simple way to think of it. Refer your friends to be a part of the groups that we lead, and we'll sign them up under you, and you get usually it's about a $50 bonus just for referring them. We do have a new coach training happening this Tuesday. If this is something that you're like, you know what, I think I want to try this, we have a quick new coach training happening this Tuesday. You're going to get all the details for how to get started successfully. So if you're like, okay, I want to try this, 160 starter kit is on sale for $140. Now there are other options. So whoever invited you to this, reach out to them and say, hey, I want to get started. What's the best option for me? Because there are different options, which I like, because everyone has different goals, different lifestyles, and different things we want to customize for you. You get all of this for your own journey. Your business startup fee is waived. You're literally starting a business for free because the only thing that you're buying is for your personal journey. And then as far as the business side goes, you get your business website, you get team trainings. We do weekly team calls, coach mentorship, one-on-one mentor calls, and quarterly and yearly events, which is really awesome. I think that was my last slide. Okay. So that is all that I have to share. I am totally going to put Nikki on the spot because I want Nick, since you're on here, I'd love for you to share with us when you started, what attracted you to coaching, but what were your biggest hesitations? Oh gosh, I see you 2 times here. I'm not sure what's happening. What were your biggest hesitations or your biggest fears of, or maybe misconceptions even, coming from a professional fitness background? And how has it, like, why are you still here? What are the benefits that you've experienced in your own life?
Am I live? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. Sorry, my laptop was about to die, so I was like trying to find another way into the Zoom. Okay, so from a fitness standpoint, I was definitely egotistical of like, I don't need at home, the at-home workout stuff. I like the nutrition piece because I feel like that's what's lost in the gyms, that we can't help our friends who come to the gym meet their goals because they need help in the kitchen or the other supplementation. And so it's like, you can show up to a class, but then what are you doing afterwards? And a lot of people treat yourself with like, oh yeah, I just worked out, so I'll go to Starbucks, get my Frappuccino with the whip, or just like feeling like I deserve the pizza or I deserve the food and all the stuff. So I really like the aspect of the nutrition, and it's a guilt-free way of not having to cut out food groups and things like that. And so I really felt like that was a need. But for me, I found so much power in following a program. I found so much power in, if I'm inviting someone, I show up more for me. I don't, like, people already expect me to be doing fitnessy things, but like, it's still, the struggle is real for anybody, And so, and helping people with discipline in their life, bringing discipline into their life around, because so many people want to be motivated, like, oh, I don't have motivation. That's like one of the biggest things we encounter as coaches. And it's like, well, you're not going to always be motivated. I hate to break it to you, but I'll tell you what motivates you. You ask your best friend to do it, or somebody that you know to do it. And then you don't want to be the person to drop the ball. And I actually, not always a friend that like you both will kind of like, oh, we don't have to do today. You need to invite someone that you're okay with, like, no, you need to feel like you're going to show up because you don't want to let them down. So I feel like there's a lot of power in, you don't have to be joining it for the big coach opportunity of like retiring yourself. You could be happy in your job. But if you are just wanting to live a healthier, if you are wanting to stay committed, I don't know. I just went in a lot of different directions with that. So I don't even know if I answered anything.
No, I love it. I think because I very much, I told Nikki this too. I very much remember her when she called me, because we didn't really, I always knew of Nikki because she was sunshine around our community. And I always was like, oh my gosh, I want to be friends with Nikki Holt because she's so cool. And she leads these workouts around town and she's so cool. And I remember her reaching out, and I remember the hesitation because I had the same one. I have an extensive background in the nutrition and the holistic health side, and I thought this was too good for me. I thought I was too good for Beachbody. And I know that was your hesitation too. And then doing this now together and seeing like your family's in Carlsbad. And I remember talking to you about that whole journey of taking that leap of faith and how you're like, the personal development that you did with coaching and how much that has influenced your life, and your family.
Yeah, so much. And that too is one of the reasons that brought me to Jess, is because I had been doing fitness, but I knew that we were planning on a move for our lives. And I was like, well, I need to figure out how I can make income without teaching at a gym. I need to think bigger picture. And so from a business standpoint, I needed to figure out what the opportunity was about. And she's a great leader and mentor, and always pushing us to be better. And that's one of the things too, not only from personal development, me tapping into that, I'm not living in purpose. I was a hot mess mom. I was a realtor. I was coaching my children in their soccer and their other stuff. And I would go from a soccer game to an open house, and I was changing in the, changing in the car. And I just was like, I don't want this life, of just where I'm trying to plug my kids and I'm just surviving life. And then the personal development just was pulling that inner drawing at me of are you living in purpose? And what are you doing? What does that look like for you? Because it looks like it's different for everybody, So it was really revealing when I'm an Audible reader, listener, whatever. And so as a realtor, I was driving around all the time. And so I would listen, and I was like, they're talking to me. This book is freaking made for me. What's going on? And so it was just kind of one of those things that just made me realize I'm not the only one. If they made these books, I'm not the only person who needed to hear this message to feel like I'm not living to my full potential, kind of thing. And then through coaching, it's just fun working with people. And because I coached high school and all this stuff, I love working with people to kind of pull out their potential before they know it in themselves, right? And when you talk with people and these programs work, that if they want help, we have all the tools to help them, but they have to be willing to actually show up for themselves. And so that again goes back to why, if you ask a friend on the journey or something like that, it can be so powerful there too, because then they're going to stay more committed to themselves.
Absolutely. Cool. Thank you for sharing. All right. That wraps it up for us. Megan or Brittany, do you guys, any questions or anything that you want to share before we hop off?
I want to do this. I want to jump in, and I love all the information I got, and I'm taking notes, but I still need more guidance, I guess, where I get product or what I need or how I start.
Yeah, absolutely. So you filled out my form last night. I'm going to go over that as soon as I jump off of this, and I'll reach out to you with how we get you enrolled and started. And then you'll get everyone who signs up on our team with a coach, gets a new coach checklist, first step that you can take on your own. And then we'll set up a one-on-one call. And then Tuesday, I'll be doing a live video too for all new coaches on our entire team of reiterating how to do this, how to jump in, and how to make it fun still and fit into your schedule. But the cool part for anyone who on our team is that you're going to get that consistent mentorship and guidance, and we're all here to help each other. So we have like a team Facebook page, and you can ask questions in there, and not just me, but other coaches in our team too will jump in and help.
Okay, I don't have Facebook. Do I need to have that?
You don't need to at all.
Okay.
Totally do not need to. If you want, I've told a couple other people who don't either, if you want to create an account as like Jane Doe, like a random person just to have access to the team page, unfortunately, it's the easiest group way for me to communicate with everybody. But you don't have to have one by any means. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I do have one, but I only have Sonoraville on there, so I can buy stuff.
Yeah. So yeah,
I don't have anybody else.
In our group for that. That's usually where I do like the recognition and the introductions. And I hate that it's the only way right now, unfortunately, to do that for everybody. I wish there was another way, and I'm sure one day we'll find another way. But
Yes.
Yeah.
I just created a bod group for coach headquarters, like where I give information, and now you're allowed to go live. You're allowed to attach files.
True.
And then it gets us off the Facebook, because I feel like not only is there just a lot of chaos going on there, but it allows, like, we're already in our bod groups. And so it tells you have a notification and stuff like that. So
that's definitely a good idea to look into. Thank you. I'll check that out.
Just a thought.
No, I think that's a great idea. Cool.
Well, exciting, Megan, or Meg. I call my friends Meg anyway, so it sounds like Meg is your preference.
Either one works.
Okay. Yeah, and just one of the things I wanted to mention is, as I'm growing my team, it's so nice because they get like double mentor or quadruple, however, like we're all here for each other. And so my team gets Jess to love on or to ask questions, or she's there, so you don't have to know everything, especially right away. So I don't want you to feel like that pressure. I think that's one of the things, like, if I become a coach, they're going to expect me to know. Like, you don't need to know everything. Like, that's why it's so different from like corporate world and stuff like that, is because it's not like dog eat dog of that feeling. I don't know. I forget what you said, your background, but like, it's just like, it's more inclusive. And again, it's like growth friends. Like, I know I have such good friends in my life, but like not everybody's on the level of like wanting to push or wanting to grow or do those things. And so it's a nice community that way too. So welcome.
Okay. I had one question. I don't know if this is the appropriate place to ask it, but the products that you guys use, like the shakes and everything, do those have caffeine in them?
No. So I will say the cafe latte and the chocolate have like a very, very small amount naturally present in cacao bean. But it's not anything that's stimulating. Granted, depending on how sensitive people are to caffeine. So on Beachbody's website, there's something called the FAQ section. And if you type in there, caffeine, does Shakeology have caffeine? It'll show you the exact amount that they've clinically tested to show how minuscule it is. The only thing that actually has caffeine is going to be the Energize.
Okay.
That's our plant-based pre-workout, and it has 100 milligrams of caffeine from coffee bean extract and green tea, and that is equivalent to about an 8-ounce cup of coffee.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, I can handle some coffee sometimes. It's just I've tried like pre-workouts before, and those things mess me up. Like for days, I'm wired.
Oh yeah, and this is and most of them are loaded with crap. And stuff. So Shakeology doesn't. The Energize does have some, and you can try it if you want. It is very different than your average pre-workout. Actually, on our team call from this last week, I did a screen share and we looked up like C4 and LIT, which are two of the common pre-workouts that people use. And we compared ingredient labels. And yeah, that's stuff like that's what my brain nerds out on is like comparing what's out there and what's in it. Anyways, so yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay, and it doesn't like make you jittery or anything because my husband would not appreciate that because I'm already very like all over the place. So
definitely won't. I will say the beta alanine for some people in the pre-workout, if you take it and you don't work out, it can give you like a tingly feeling. So you could either not do the Energize, or you could try like half a scoop, like a little bit at a time and just like ease into it and see how you feel. That's always been my experience and with people that I've worked with. So yeah.
Okay. And then how many of you guys are in Sonora that are on right now?
A vast majority of our team. Oh, that are on right now?
Okay.
That are on right now. So Nikki and Brittany are both from Sonora, but they've both moved. But in our team page, like if you do join our Facebook team page, a vast majority of them are in Sonora. A lot, yeah, which is cool.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll know someone. Yeah, for sure. I'll connect you with a few people.
Hopefully. Okay.
Awesome, Megan. Well, I'll be in touch with you. And yeah, and Nikki visits. I don't think I'll be visiting anytime soon.
Okay.
Our next team retreat will be out here in Idaho. We just had one in Sonora, actually, at Nikki's grandparents' house, which was amazing. But anyways, okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. Brittany, so good seeing your face. And Megan, I'll be reaching out to you here shortly. Bye, you guys.